10 open source tools. 1 month. Some of them already have 50,000 GitHub stars. We tested every single one. Here's what's actually worth your time. So just to be clear, these aren't Claude Code replacements. They're extensions. A skill that makes answers more accurate by making them shorter. A knowledge graph that cuts token usage by 71x. A cost tracker that finally tells you where your money's going. Now let's start with the one you should install first. Caveman. 55,000 stars in its first month. And honestly, it's the simplest tool on the list. Caveman is a skill that forces Claude to give you short, direct answers, instead of those verbose 5-paragraph essays. It ships with 3 levels: light, full, and ultra. We run light daily. Haven't looked back. But here's the thing that actually matters. A March 2026 paper found that forcing powerful models to be concise improved accuracy by 26 percentage points. The models literally stopped talking themselves into wrong answers. That's not a marketing claim. That's peer-reviewed research. Total savings land around 5%, since it doesn't touch thinking or input tokens. But 65 to 75% fewer output tokens, plus potentially better answers? Zero downside. Install it. So that's token savings on the output side. But what about input? That's where Graphify comes in. And the numbers here are kind of absurd. Graphify reads your entire project and builds a structured knowledge graph, HTML visualization, Markdown report, JSON structure. Claude Code queries that graph instead of rereading raw files every single time. It's multimodal too. PDFs, screenshots, diagrams, even video transcripts through Whisper. 71.5x fewer tokens per query. Let that sink in. That's the difference between a $50 a month API habit and a $50 a year habit. If you're working on a large code base, this one pays for itself on day one. And if you're already using Obsidian for Claude Code memory, Graphify sits one level deeper. Obsidian gives you a nice markdown interface. Graphify is closer to a true graph RAG system, like LightRag, but without the embeddings headache. They layer together nicely. Now let's talk about 2 tools that give Claude Code entirely new superpowers: video analysis and a free clone of Claude Design. Claude Sonnet and Opus can't natively ingest video, right? Claude Video works around that. It extracts keyframes with FFmpeg, pulls audio through Whisper, feeds both to Claude Code. YouTube, TikTok, Vimeo, local files, just type /watch and you're done. Honest take though, at 829 stars, this is the youngest tool on the list. For videos over 3 minutes, the sparse frame sampling means you'll miss details. But for quick code walkthroughs and bug report videos, genuine alternative to routing everything through Gemini. And then there's Open Design, 30,000 stars. Apache 2.0. It's basically a free clone of Anthropic's Claude Design. Prototyping, slide decks, the whole workflow. Plus it adds API calls for image and video generation. 31 composable skills, 72 design systems. Runs completely locally. If you've ever hit Claude Design's weekly usage limits and wished you could just keep going, this is your answer. Works with 16 different coding CLIs, not just Claude Code, and 0 usage caps. But here's the thing. If you're using all these tools, how do you know what they're actually costing you? That's CodeBurn. CodeBurn tracks token usage and costs across 16 AI coding tools. Claude Code, Codex, Cursor, all of them. The interactive dashboard breaks it down by project, by model, by MCP server. And the killer feature, it shows actual dollar amounts, not token counts, dollars. And it doesn't just tell you where money's going. It gives you specific recommendations on how to spend less. There's a native macOS menu bar app too, plus 162 currencies, which is a small thing, but appreciated if you're not billing in USD. Now, 2 tools for anyone building front ends. Because let's be honest, AI-generated UI still looks like AI-generated UI. These fix that. Impeccable is a single Claude Code skill. 23 commands dedicated to making your web pages not look like AI-generated slop. Typography, color, motion, spatial design, interaction patterns, responsiveness, UX writing. 7 reference domains baked in. The v3.0 update, released last week, added live browser editing. You bring up your page, click on a component, cycle through design variations right in the browser. The companion website shows before and after for every command, which is genuinely useful before you run anything. And Design Extract is the perfect companion. Point it at any website, and it extracts the complete design system. Not screenshots. A headless browser captures computed styles, transitions, hover states, responsive breakpoints. Outputs DTCG tokens, Tailwind config, even Figma variables. If you've used Awesome Design MD, 70,000 stars and growing, you know the frustration when a site you love isn't in the catalog. Design Extract solves that. Any website, full system extraction, done. Here's one I didn't expect to see. Career Ops, 43,000 stars in a few weeks. And yeah, it's a job search tool built on Claude Code. This isn't a LinkedIn mass apply bot. It's a scalpel. Scans 45-plus company portals, evaluates job fit with A through F scoring based on your actual CV, generates ATS-optimized PDFs tailored to each listing. The creator reports over 740 job evaluations and 100-plus personalized CVs generated. Under the hood, it uses Playwright to navigate job portals. Works with any AI coding CLI, not just Claude Code. If you know someone in the job market right now, send them this link. Seriously. And the last 2? A browser agent that gets smarter every time it runs, and an official MCP server that connects Claude Code to N8N automation. Browser Harness is from the Browser Use Team. Think Playwright, but it gets better after every run. Connects LLMs directly to Chrome via the DevTools protocol. Every time it completes a task, it updates its own skill file. What worked? What didn't? Failed selectors get noted. Successful paths get cached. Self-healing automation. And N8N, 187,000 stars. Their official MCP server lets Claude Code build, validate, and deploy automations directly into your N8N instance. The key difference from previous community servers, it generates TypeScript first, validates that nodes and connections actually work, then converts to JSON. That validation step catches errors before they hit your instance. So here's the full lineup side by side. 10 tools across productivity, memory, multimodal, design, cost tracking, job search, browser automation, and workflow automation. Most install in under 2 minutes. If you only install 3, Caveman first. Concise output, potential accuracy boost, 0 downside. CodeBurn second, if you're on the API. Can't optimize what you can't measure. And Impeccable 3.0 if you build anything with a front end. That live browser editing in V3 is a genuine upgrade. And if you want to go deeper, the Claude Code Power User Kit has advanced skills and configurations we use on every project. Links in the description.